Hello, and welcome. Okay, so number 2 is exactly this, the name of the product itself. This is another thing that, like, we want to think that it doesn't matter as much as it does. Ooh, don't look at that. We want to think that the name of the product and the description of it and the cover and everything like that, we want to say that that stuff doesn't matter, when in reality, it does. If you have a clear but clever name of your product that is more descriptive than just, like, I think of, my products are in the financial space. So it would be something like 10 ways to get out of debt. While that is a descriptive title of the product and what the promises are inside of the product, it's not sexy. Like, nobody really wants to buy a product about getting out of debt. We all know that that's something that we want, but we want it in a fun kind of a package. So the trick is that you have to find a way to give the naming of your products a little oomph. Throw some glitter on it. Sprinkle some sugar on it, whatever you want to call it. Throw glitter or sprinkles on it and put a cherry on top of it. Make it seem appealing. It has to be appealing. It has to be selling them what they are. What I heard this quote from my friend Jen, and I can't remember it. It's sell them what they want, but give them what they need. That's what it was. I think I'm saying that properly. So that's basically what comes down to from naming. That's what it comes back to, is giving them what they want, but give it a sexy name. So if you have a product, if we're talking about like 10 ways to get out of debt, kind of boring. So what is the result that people want? Well, people want freedom. People want to retire early. People want to go on vacation. People want to be able to open their mailbox without fear. All of those kinds of things. So let's change it from 10 ways to get out of debt to how to retire early, retire by 35 and live on a private island. Because those are the kinds of books that sell. Like, let's just be real. In the financial space, those are the books that sell. Think about it. Like, okay, so there's a book. It's by Tim Ferriss. It's called the 4-Hour Workday, 4-Hour Work Week. That's what it is. And it is all about systems. That's it. It's about systems and simplifying and time blocking. But what is it that people want? They want a 4-hour work week. They don't want to hear about systems. If he named his book How to Create Systems to Set Up Your Life for the Success, people wouldn't buy it. Like, they might, because, like, obviously there are some people who are more interested in it, but for the majority of people, they want a 4-hour work week. Like, that's a hook. I want to buy the book just so that I can understand how that's possible. You know what I mean? So that's where it comes back to naming. We want it to be clear, but we also want it to be clever. Change the name. If you've already done the checkout page and you're like, it's all set, I like the way that it looks, etc., clear, clever, whatever. And now we're going to go into, now we have to change the name of it. If changing the things on the checkout page did not work, if they did not yield results, this is a process, by the way. Each step of this is a process. Like, you go through it, you check it, and then you pause. You do not go on to step 2. This was an important part that I skipped over. I apologize. We do not go on to this part until we've tested any of the changes that we've made in part 1 to see if that fixed the problem. If people start buying after you've made the changes in step 1, then do not proceed further. If you have done step 1, made the changes, and still aren't seeing people making purchases, completing purchases, they're winding up on the page, but they're not finishing the transaction, that's when you go in to change the product name. You have to make it clear. You have to make it clever. It is kind of a pain in the butt to be naming things, and I get it. But at the same time, before you go and change your product or drop your price or say it just doesn't work, whatever, change the name. Give it a sexy name. Have fun with it. Throw in the adjectives and, adjectives, that's the right word. Throw in adjectives that you know that your people want. Give that to them. And that's what we're going to do. So that's step number 2. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I hope that you have an awesome, awesome rest of your day. Don't forget, if you have any questions, let me know. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.